Yes, yes, yes. We're live. It's Ringside Report MMA. Tonight on the show, what's next for Khamzat Chimaev, new UFC middleweight champion?
Let's go!
That feels good. I like that. I like saying Khamzat Chimaev, UFC middleweight champion. That sounds right. Feels like finally we've arrived here. The Khamzat era has begun. It feels good. What's up, guys?
What's up, VIP?
Doesn't it feel good to, be here now? It's like, yeah, we got here. Khamzat proved it. Now let's see what he does next.
We
No
called
disrespect to Dricus. It just feels like, wow, we've been waiting to see if Khamzat could do it for a while. Since before Dricus was champion. Dricus had a nice run. He beat Adesanya. He beat Strickland. He had some good fights. But we wanted to see Khamzat. And Khamzat completely dominated Dricus on Saturday. So much so that people are already asking, will anybody beat this guy? Can he be defeated? He's just so impressive and has been on such a run, undefeated, crushing everybody, and was so dominant on Saturday that people are already saying, wow, could this guy be one of the greatest of all time? Which is awesome to have a guy who just won the belt that people are buzzing about. People are talking to me about Khamzat. Fred, it's exciting. We were at jiu-jitsu last night. Lewis was talking about Khamzat. People were talking about Khamzat. People are excited. Khamzat was impressive.
Oh, you went a lot of places here. I'm going to say, before I consider him one of the greatest, I'm going to want him to defend the title a couple of times because, Dricus had a great run. Let's not diminish what Dricus did. But, Khamzat, incredible performance. Look, I picked Dricus. I was wrong. Great performance by Khamzat, and it took me about 15 seconds to know that, okay, this is not going to go my way. Khamzat got the takedown very early, and you could see Dricus was not going to get up. So much props to Khamzat. And he's the most interesting fighter right now. But people are prisoner of the moment, But of course, what he just did was super impressive. I'll say this though, grappling fans such as ourselves, we love that performance. But there was a lot of boos, and there was a lot of people online complaining that the fight was boring, and I think those people were wrong. But I don't want to put the perception that this fight was a unanimous success. A lot of people felt that they didn't like Khamzat's performance. As far as I'm concerned, bravo, Khamzat. It was pretty much flawless. Honestly, it was flawless. He didn't take no damage. He dominated every moment of that fight. It was flawless.
Yeah, it was perfect.
He lived up to the hype. And that
it was that's exactly.
Thing.
Go ahead.
The betting odds were for him. He absolutely came out on top, and he lived up to that hype. And that's the difference. He wasn't going up against a chump change. He was going up against the guy who was the champion, who was undefeated. Both of them were undefeated, but you had an undefeated champion who walked into that octagon and he looked ripped. He was in top shape. He didn't come in there with injuries. He didn't come in there with nothing. And like we said last Thursday, his only Achilles was his grappling. And that was proven on Saturday night. Khamzat ragdolled this guy for 5 rounds. No one's ever done that to Dricus. Dricus himself, after the first round, we were talking. Remember what we said? He looked deflated. He looked like, holy shit, I got 4 more rounds. And he couldn't survive, dude. 5 rounds of ragdolling. Khamzat lived up to the hype. And I agree with you. For him to be called the greatest, he needs to be able to defend it many times. And you know what? His performance, and a lot of people, all grappling, wrestling fans, whatever, love this fight because it showed the true dominance of what grappling is about. You can have the best stand-up game. You can have the best Muay Thai game. But if you don't have the wrestling that opens the door and the jiu-jitsu that closes the door, you will not be champ for long. And that proved it on Saturday night. And I'm going to say this as well. Everybody could talk shit that doesn't know MMA. But let's not forget George St. Pierre. George got booed many times for his fighting style. But the bottom line is that you stick to your game plan and you execute it. And when you win, it's because you did everything right and you listened to your coach. And that's what Khamzat did. And he's a true, listen, he said a lot of interesting things after the fight, how he came out and he was very, very humble. I don't know if you heard the interview with him talking about how he respects everybody regardless of religion or background or whatnot. I looked at that, and people that disliked Khamzat in the beginning, I'm telling you, he gained a lot of new fans, this guy.
I think
that's my take.
He's going to become a huge star for the UFC. I think they have somebody here.
Yep.
They have somebody. He's for me, he's exciting. His fighting style is exciting. I enjoyed the fight. I thought it was very impressive. I know it's not, as appealing as the big knockout for a lot of people, but I was impressed with what Khamzat was able to do. Just the continuous pace, the takedown, the control, just beautiful grappling, a beautiful display of MMA. But he talks a big game. He's got a fun accent, but his English is good, Like that, people like that, like Conor McGregor, like Conor, obviously English is his first language, but Khamzat, English is not his first language, but he speaks very well. Like, he's fluent, He's got an accent, he's got a cool name, he's got a gimmick, he's got an evil face. You know what I mean? Like, he's got a lot of things that MMA fans like, and he's undefeated, he's champion. The only thing that would stop him from rising would be the lack of activity and possibly weight cut issues, which have slowed down his progress to this point. If he can get that under control, where he can fight twice a year, 3 times a year, if we're lucky, twice a year probably, Fred, you're right. But you never know. Some guys go hard. You do January, July, December. Like, you could do that. Calendar year, it's possible. 3 fights in 12 months is doable. It's not recommended. But, I could see him fighting twice a year, staying active, taking on the top challengers, and dominating. And we look at the top challengers. Dana White mentioned a few of them. They're mulling it over. They don't have a specific opponent in mind, but there's some guys out there. There's.
I'd like to.
Go ahead. Yeah.
I was gonna say I'd like to see him go through pretty much the whole division, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure what should be the next fight. Like you mentioned, Imanov earlier. I'd like to see him even against the veterans like Strickland or Adesanya. I'd like to see him against Caio Barao. I'd like to see him against a lot of people. So I think there's a lot of intriguing matchups, and right now he would be the favorite in every one of these matchups. Like I feel he would be a huge favorite probably against anybody in that division. After the last 2 performances he's done, he's going to be the huge favorite.
But it all comes down to Vancouver, Fred, because Vancouver is the fight that's going to call who's his next opponent. And that's going to be kind of interesting because RDR is fighting and, he's going up against Anthony Hernandez. So that fight, depending who wins against what's his name, Caio Barao and Imavov, that's going to be the deciding factor.
Well, there's
the Vancouver
2 fights,
fight,
right?
I think, is going to be his next opponent. Right,
there's
two fights. So
there's 2 fights
at
play. There's the Caio Barao Nasruddin Imavov fight, which is taking place soon. That's in Paris on September 6th. And then there's the RDR versus Anthony Hernandez fight taking place October 18th, my mom's birthday, in Vancouver, a UFC Fight Night. So
nice.
That is, a big fight. Who would you rather? Like, who of those 4 guys that I named, Anthony Hernandez, RDR, Caio Barao, and Nasruddin Imavov, is there a guy you would choose? Like, obviously those guys have to win their fights and everything, but if you could just pick, would you pick any of them? Do you care? Like, are any of those fights appealing?
I might go with Caio Barao because of the whole Fight Nerd Club, but he's actually he's ranked 7. So out of the 4, he's the one that's ranked the lowest, I think. So I don't know, man. Whoever shows something, show me something, whether it's Imanov, whether it's the Ritter, whether it's Hernandez or Barao, show me something. Your next fight should not be a boring fight. Whoever wins, you got to go out there and show Dana that you should be the next contender.
But RDR, remember, he came onto the scene, man, from one championship, and the guy exploded. He's got 3 finishes out of 4, and he beat Whitaker. So if anybody kind of stands above the rest, I think RDR is the guy. This guy is dangerous, man, and it would be a very interesting fight. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to do better than Dricus, because they kind of seem similar to me in some sense.
Yeah.
But it's all 4 of those guys are awesome. But all 4 of those guys right now, man, the way Khamzat performed on Saturday, it's going to be tough, man. To beat this guy.
Khamzat's going to be a huge favorite, no matter who.
Can we skip all that and just go for Sean Strickland instead?
Well, he's suspended for 6 months now.
Yeah, I know.
He got suspended.
If he wasn't
that
suspended,
would have been awesome.
If he wasn't suspended, I think that would be the fight to make. Even though Strickland's coming off a decision loss to Dricus, I think because of the name value, I don't know.
You're right.
Strickland's 34. There's a limit to how long he's going to be around for. Capitalize on the name value right now. Because, RDR, Caio Borralho, Anthony Hernandez, how many of those guys would you recognize walking down the street? I'd recognize Sean Strickland. I might recognize Caio Borralho. Nasruddin Imavov, I'm not picking out of a lineup. I don't really know these guys. They're not really known stars in the UFC. So for them to be a headline attraction against Khamzat Chimaev in his first title defense, I kind of go, it's not super cool. I would rather Strickland because he's a name. That's what the UFC generally does. And I know people are like, well, don't give him a title fight after a loss. But, they've done it before. Let's do it again. Who cares?
I feel it's a bad matchup for Strickland. I think Khamzat's going to make him look bad. It's going to be another one 50-41, something like that.
But why not just give Khamzat one of them? Just give him one, and then
I agree.
Then who of those 4 guys, let them fight it out so we figure out who the real top contender is. And how about instead of doing, we'll see RDR fight Hernandez, we'll see Caio fight Nasruddin, and then depending on the outcome, then we'll kind of decide. How about instead of doing that, you just go, winner of Caio Nasruddin fights winner Hernandez RDR. Winner of that fight gets Khamzat next year.
No,
and in the meantime, Strickland.
So what about what you said at the beginning of Khamzat having to fight, a little more, man? I don't want Khamzat on the shelf. No, that's not a good solution.
Well, Strickland's suspension is 6 months, retroactive. He can be in training camp, and he can fight the day his suspension is lifted, which makes sense for the return of Khamzat later this year, maybe? No. Early next, I guess?
I mean, he's still going to be training, regardless if he's suspended or not. The guy's still going to be in training, possible training camp if his name comes up.
When are these guys going to fight? When do we expect Khamzat to fight any of these guys? Because one of them's fighting September 6th, and then the other guys are fighting October 18th. When are they going to fight Khamzat? They're not going to fight him in. Are they going to fight him in December on 2-3 months notice? That's a little.
It could happen. It could.
Why not? Because you might have to wait for them till January, February. They might not be ready. This is going to be a tough fight for Imavov and for Caio. They could both come out of it banged up. Everybody could come out of their fights banged up, and then you go, well, we don't really have a challenger, so.
Well, that's why you're right. You bring in Strickland, but you would expect Khamzat to take out Strickland, but let's say it goes south, man, then you just screwed up that whole division. You know what I'm saying? In some sense, because Khamzat right now is the money ticket in that weight class for the UFC. So they're you got 4 fighters there that are legitimate to be fighting the champ. Strickland comes in, man, and you just fucked up everything. But
Yeah.
you're right. He's got to fight again this year. Like, he's got to come out and fight. And those guys are going to be too close to a December fight. Where I can see Strickland coming off a suspension.
Too. But Strickland suspended
6 months
too.
lives him when? So, oh yeah, you're right. It's true. There's
not 6 months left in this year.
He's not there before March.
Yeah.
Not there before March.
Yeah, so he's not going to be there before March.
I want Khamzat active, man. I've had enough of Khamzat not being active like that. That's the thing. You see, all the time that was inactive.
Like, do you force an Imavov or a Borayo after they win on September 6th to turn around and fight Khamzat in like November, December?
Well, look at Anthony Hernandez. He just fought.
I'm okay with him fighting in January. That's 4 months, you know.
Yeah.
But Freddie, look at Hernandez. He just fought and he's fighting again very shortly. So like things can be done, and it's not like Hernandez had an easy fight. He just fought, and here he is fighting again.
If whoever wins is ready to fight, they should jump on the opportunity.
Yeah, I agree.
I hope it's a quick, like, if it's a quick knockout, like if Caio Borayo or Imavov gets a quick knockout, then they're ready to go.
But that's another thing. Yeah, if it's a quick knockout or a submission, something that there's not too much damage, and that's why you have Hernandez coming in.
Khamzat immediately.
Yeah, that could happen. That could be a possibility, which would make sense.
But, you know, preparing for Khamzat is a whole nother issue. Like, making these guys fight Khamzat on, like, 2 months training camp is kind of rough. You're not giving him much of a shot. You know?
I mean, like I say, his next fight, he's going to be a huge favorite, and he's probably going to dominate. Let's be honest. Like,
yeah.
What he just did in his look, Robert Whittaker is a legit fighter. He dominated Robert Whittaker, and then he dominated Dricus, who I would say, like, seriously, he's one of the top 3-4 middleweights of all time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, right now, this is Khamzat, and he's going to dominate whoever we put in front of him, and let's just enjoy it.
Khamzat may be inactive for a while now, Fred, and we might not see him for 6 months to a year. And Dricus may wind up turning around, fighting the winner of Borayo Imavov in the meantime, beating him. And Dricus may be Khamzat's next opponent. Because Dricus is so good that I think all those guys we mentioned, all those 4 guys, I think Dricus beats all those guys. I think Khamzat definitely beats all those guys. I think Dricus is still the second best middleweight in the division. The problem is, he's the second best middleweight in the division now, and I don't think he's anywhere close to the best middleweight. He wasn't on Saturday.
During the watch along, I mentioned it's Merab versus O'Malley again, where Dricus, like Dricus right now, man, he needs 2-3 fights, man. He needs at least 2-3 fights.
I don't think
a year.
Yeah, but he.
Okay, I thought you were saying O'Malley was like definitely the number 2 at bantamweight, and I'm like, he might be 3 or 4. I don't know.
No, but I mean the way that he got dominated by Merab the first fight, and then they gave us the second fight. You don't want to do that with Dricus, because like if Dricus loses another fight where he just gets dominated for 5 rounds, that's just gonna hurt. Like, he'll be the guy that won't get another title shot for a long time.
But that's the problem, guys. If you look at both of those losses for O'Malley and Dricus, it means that the only way to win against a champ is to improve your wrestling game and your jiu-jitsu game to a point that you have a chance. And at their age, that's not going to happen. So there's no way. They don't have it. They're missing that. That's their Achilles, and unfortunately, it's too late to gain it. And and I agree with Freddie. It's going to be exactly the same thing. Merab O'Malley Part 2. You know, it's going to be a ragdoll fight again. Exactly the same. You know, round for round.
The guy that's going to give Khamzat maybe some issues is the guy that's going to be able to keep the fight standing up. Like, I was harsh on Usman when I analyzed this fight, because I said, like, Usman, Khamzat didn't look great against Usman, but let's give some props to Usman, man. Usman is a tough fighter, and Khamzat, that's the type of fighter that maybe is going to give Khamzat some issues, somebody that Khamzat's going to struggle to bring to the ground. and turn it to a striking fight.
But who is that guy?
I don't see anybody.
Me neither.
Paulo Costa.
Islam
Probably
Makhachev?
not. Too
Is that
small.
crazy?
For right now, yeah. Let's
Could
wait
be.
for him to beat JDM first.
Okay, but when he beats JDM. If he beats JDM. I think it's an if. It's an if. But like it's a possibility. If he does, I think people might go, ooh, maybe Khamzat next for Islam. Because Islam is pretty damn unstoppable. And that would be a pretty cool fight. I don't know how they match up size-wise. I mean, I would guess Khamzat's much bigger. Magomed Khamzat. See Khamzat go up to 205. Deal with Ankalaev. See how that works for him.
That'd be interesting.
I'm saying
I wanna see
Khamzat
him
is good.
dominate.
Huh?
I want to see him dominate middleweight, man. All these
Yeah,
guys
yeah.
always going up in weight. I want to see him dominate.
I'm just
And-
looking
and
to
to
the
go back-
future.
Like, I want to go back to what you said earlier. Like, like some people were booing and all that. A lot of that has to do with if you're a fan of the guy or not. So hopefully, he has a lot of fans and people appreciate this run. Because, yeah, it's not very different of what GSP did. And GSP had a bunch of fans. So that's what Khamzat needs. He needs people supporting what he's doing. Because it was beautiful.
Exactly.
Yeah. And,
Exactly.
people criticized GSP in his prime. They said he was boring. They said he just fought to decision all the time. They said he wasn't looking for the finish. But people kept showing up to his fights. People kept buying the pay-per-views. He was one of the biggest draws in the history of the UFC, despite the criticism. He had that criticism because so many people bought his fights, and you can't please everybody. And, you can't please everybody with Khamzat. Some people were disappointed. I don't really get it. The fans were going nuts for Khamzat before the fight started, and then he does what he does, and they're booing. You go, well, you don't really like Khamzat then because he's a wrestler. This is what he does. If you really liked Khamzat, you would appreciate this performance because it's amazing. Incredible. God, it looks like a nightmare. Like, if he could do that to Dricus, Fred, you ever imagine, like, what he could do to you? Be like, my God, it'd be terrible. He just crushed me.
I don't want to know.
Well, that's it. I've
got enough of Lewis crushing me. I don't need
yeah, exactly.
Khamzat.
Exactly. Remember that choke
just shows
thing
you
he
the
was
level,
doing to us
man.
last night? It was terrible. Fred got demoed. It was demoed a move on Fred, and then it was just like a thing across the neck. It was horrible. And then he was like, "Oh,
What was
Fred's
it?
tapping too quick. Here, Dave, you come. You don't tap as
Paper cut.
quick." I tapped just as fast. It was terribly painful.
What did he do? What kind of what was it?
I don't know.
Was it paper cut? How did he call it?
Paper
Oh, the
cutter
paper
or
cut.
something.
Yeah.
With
Devastating.
we
Okay.
had closed hands. Was he on side when he did
Yeah,
it?
exactly.
Side control.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Kunk.
Yeah, it's a
No,
beautiful
no,
move,
gi,
man.
no gi paper cut. It was fucking painful.
Yeah, no gi. I mean, like in gi, I love doing paper cut in gi, man. It's because it's easy to get.
Yeah.
You know, you could really mess up someone really well. But yeah, no gi paper cut is just as devastating. But if you have like the lock in there and your forearms are pretty tough, yeah, you're tapping, man.
I mean,
Yeah.
I gotta try it because I love that side control, like from sort of a judo side, a little bit type of side control, and I love that control. I gotta try it.
Was he? How did he do the cut? Was he a knee on belly when he started and then went flat?
No, he just went from and brings it back in front of. He grabbed the tricep behind and just paper cuts it, and he puts the pressure. Actually, he's attacking an armbar at the same time, like a telephone armbar type.
It was from Crucifix, inspired by Khamzat.
Yeah, exactly.
From Crucifix.
Really nice.
Yes.
You should have, should
We
have
were
taken a
doing
video. I'd
Khamzat
like to see
stuff
it.
yesterday, and then he was
All week,
showing
man.
he was showing moves and choking and torturing Fred and I in front of a group of our friends. It was great.
But you see, that's
nice,
what
man. That's the way
Khamzat.
it is, dude.
That's what Khamzat did, because even Mark's class this week was like, "Oh well, since Khamzat did this crucifix, let's." So you see that's the power of like a dominating performance like that.
Yes.
People don't appreciate grappling, man.
No.
Go to a fucking grappling gym.
Yeah, you go to
Go
a grappling
wrestle,
gym.
go jiu-jitsu. Go
Yeah.
do anything, any type
Yeah.
of grappling.
Go do judo, go do wrestling, go do some jiu-jitsu, and I'm sure a lot of people in those gyms are going to go, yo, did you see what Khamzat did? That was crazy. That's what we were
And
doing.
they'll do it to you, the white belt, and you'll go, oh, okay, yeah, this is impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing with the crucifix, man. And you got a guy like Dreykus who's so powerful and skilled and everything, and he still couldn't get out of that. That's the most frightening thing. People don't realize when your whole body is completely useless. And the
Dricus
only
is
thing
so
you could
big
do
and
is
jacked, man. He's a UFC middleweight champion, and he was just ragdolled. Like, that's the crazy part
Exactly.
about it. It's like, yeah, you've seen people do that. I could do that to certain people, what Khamzat did, but you could never do that to Dricus. Dricus would mop the floor with most of the people on the planet, and Khamzat was like, yeah, cool, whatever. That's what's so crazy about it, is that he just crushed him with perfect technique for 25 straight minutes. It's amazing.
They got to do
Well,
a
that's what
T-shirt with the Khamzat face. You know when the fight started and he was like on his knees and like that's mean mug. It needs to become a T-shirt.
Yes. Can we make that? Is that allowed? Can we do that? Just on black background, Khamzat face. That's evil. He's cool. I like him a lot.
he
I'm
was
very
evil,
happy
but he
with
was
his
very
performance.
composed. Listen, he was very composed. Like through 5 rounds, the guy never got hurt. He never got hit, but he was so calm and collective. Even with his look and everything, you thought it was going to be a wild fight. Most people who just saw this guy for the first time thought he was going to come out and just go ballistic, but he didn't. He controlled that fight, man. He controlled every position. Everything he did was textbook, perfect, and it was incredible. And to do it against a guy like Dreykus, like not too many. I mean, he was the favorite, but we didn't expect him to be like ragdolling him for 5 rounds. No one expected that. Not even some of the UFC fighters that predicted didn't think it would go 5 rounds of just a mauling. And that's how good he is. And it's scary, dude.
What impressed me about the performance was that he was able to do it for 5 rounds. Like, he didn't get tired. Because that was the knock on Khamzat, was the cardio. Could he really do that for 5 rounds? We thought, well, if Khamzat is going to win, he's going to put him away with a submission in the first 2. If it goes past 2 or 3 rounds, Dricus is going to out-cardio him and be able to put it on him. But Khamzat just continued the pace of just complete wrestling domination for 25 minutes. The conditioning, to me, was the most impressive thing, because he'd gone leaps and bounds for conditioning. Like, the wrestling we knew was there. We knew he could do that. We just didn't know he could do it for that long at that pace. The pace is what, like, if he can keep that up, because that's the thing you have to maintain. If he could maintain that, he's going to be impossible.
I think that's him sticking to the game plan, because, you know, they say, like Chael Sonnen used to say, if you go for the finish and you don't get it, you might lose a decision. And Khamzat just stuck to the game plan, dominated, didn't get out like in anything that put him in danger or made him lose too much energy. Like, he had a game plan. And again, I'm not critiquing him. I'm impressed. Like, that's smart fighting, and he's going to win a lot of fights with that strategy.
I like that. Sometimes if you go for the finish
how
and don't
GSP
get it, you
did
wind
it.
up losing a decision. That's a good bit of wisdom from Uncle
That's how
Chael.
GSP did it, right? Like, you know, GSP was all like, he went with the plan, executed the plan from A to Z, and that's why he kept winning. His only mistake, you know.
I see it like this. If your opponent gives you an opening, take it. But don't take any unnecessary risks if you're winning. If you're winning, keep winning.
Exactly.
If you have to take a risk to finish, because you do have to take a risk. You have to separate. You have to, like when he's in that tight crucifix, he's not getting big punches. If he postures up, he could land a heavier blow, but he also gives Dricus a space to get up and get back to his feet and become more dangerous. So if he's winning, just keep winning. And I think that's what is the key to a lot of great fighters. Khabib was like that. GSP was like that. Islam is like that sometimes. If your opponent gives you the opening, by all means, take it. Go for the finish. But Dricus wasn't really giving him many openings. He was playing pretty good defense once he was on the ground, just kind of surviving. Khamzat didn't need to take unnecessary risks. He was dominating. People want the finish, but, look, it takes two to tango. The other guy's got to give you that opening to finish because you're not going to take a crazy risk that may wind up costing you the fight. So,
two to tango, bud. You're absolutely right.
Perfect fight for Khamzat Chimaev.
And he was leading the dance, man.
Exactly. As Doug Hepburn drops 2 super chats earlier in the show. One was Go Red Sox. The other was Go Yankees. Yankees and the Red Sox playing a very important series right now in the Bronx. Game 1. It's a 4-game series. They're very close in the standings. Yankees have, I think, 2-game lead, maybe 2.5 on the Red Sox in second place. I think it's maybe just 1.5 games. It's very close. Game and a half
close,
up.
Man.
Yeah,
but no
the Yanks are
yet.
Game and a half up on the Red Sox in second place, 4 games back of the Blue Jays, and this is a 4-game series with the Red Sox. Red Sox have taken 6 out of 7 from the Yankees so far this season, so the Yankees really need to get their act together and figure out how to beat the Boston Red Sox, but they're not doing so well right now. It's 2-2. It's 2-2 in the 5th.
Woo.
So
I mean, honestly, I've been watching it,
and
they had the bases loaded with no outs, and they're just giving up 1 run. So
yeah, could have been worse. There's 2 outs right now, but we're not out of it. But the Yankees were up 2-1, which was nice. So we had a brief lead and just lost it. Bottom of the 4th, took a lead 2-1, and then top of the 5th, it's 2-2. Back to a tied ball game. So it's
still
close.
An early game. Yeah, it's still
it's
early.
It's tight, and it's going to be a very stressful 4 nights for me. There's a pop-up.
With Johnny ribbing you, man. That's what's going to be more than
got it. There we go. We're out of the inning. Bases loaded with no outs, and the Red Sox only scored 1 on a sac fly.
Johnny is waiting.
Johnny, of course, big Red Sox fan. Also big-time jabroni, as you all know.
You're gonna if they win tonight, man, you won't hear it.
I've got the microphone, Johnny.
I blame Johnny for my mic problems.
Yeah, Johnny was having mic problems, and now you have mic problems. I think it's Johnny's fault.
It's the Red Sox curse.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be a crazy weekend for baseball. You know, the UFC has fights this weekend, guys. We should do a quick preview. They're in China.
First of all, I want to say, Doug, Rhinoceros. We got to make a T-shirt of that. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Dave, get on the horn. Make a Rhinoceros, man.
UFC in China. Shanghai, China this weekend.
Nehoma.
Pardon me? What time are the fights? I wonder.
It's going to be early, I think.
Yeah, right?
Listen, man, I know a little
6 a.m. for the prelims, 5 a.m. for the prelims, something like that. I read.
Is it that early?
Earlier. Hold
AJ
on. It's 3 a.m.
3 a.m. prelims and 6 a.m. main card.
First prelim at 3 a.m. on Saturday morning, Friday night. 6 a.m. main card for UFC Shanghai coming up on Saturday morning.
I know you're getting up for that, Dave.
Wrong.
I mean,
I might be up for the main event.
Probably just exactly. Ortega, Sterling, and Johnny Walker. That's not bad.
I mean, those fights are like co-main and main. Ortega and Sterling is really the fight that I want to see on this.
Yeah.
And that fight will probably be, let's see, 2 fights an hour, 7:30, probably around 7:30, 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
7:30, 8 o'clock on Saturday morning. I'll
Have a
be
little
up for
breakfast there. You're
Yeah.
bacon and
Wake
eggs
and
and watch
bake.
some UFC.
that. Yeah, that's
Right.
perfect.
Wake and
You can
bake.
sit on your balcony
Yeah.
with your coffee there and your bathrobe.
Wake and bake
Dave's
without
like
Joe.
a nice umbrella. For sure, man. I know Freddie will be up having breakfast for sure.
I mean,
I probably would, too.
It's gonna be rough
fasting,
for
but
AJ, dude.
I'll be up
Are you?
Right.
with it.
You're fasting.
With a
What is it, a
tea.
religious holiday? What's going on?
I fast every day.
Fred doesn't eat.
You're not eating anymore, dude.
Only at night. I'm a
He's
vampire.
anorexic.
We gotta bring Fred to a clinic.
I think we do. We have to have an intervention. Fred, you got to eat during the daytime, man.
Yeah, but look
You're
at that guy.
withering
Look
away,
at those,
dude.
man. What the hell, man? Look at this guy. He's like Sean Strickland over there.
Yeah, he's very lean.
Damn.
He's like too lean.
Yeah.
You're too small, Fred. What happened to the old Fred? Fred disappeared. It's like half a Fred now.
I mean, I've been on vacation for 2 weeks and I've put on 3 pounds. So.
Wow. Look at you.
And
You did?
look, I only eat at night, but I eat like a fucking Yesterday after jiu-jitsu, I ate 2 chicken sandwiches with bacon. I ate a donut. I ate 2 cookies. I ate a ice cream cone, like a drumstick. All that in an hour and a half.
What?
What? That's crazy, man.
Is that good?
Did you sleep?
Is this?
I don't know. I didn't sleep great. I'll be honest.
This is
There was a
not-
lot
That's
of
what I'm
burping.
saying, man.
Ask my wife.
I don't think
That's
that's
insane,
healthy,
dude.
man. I don't know what you're doing. I don't think that's the way you're supposed to do it. Whatever you're
For
doing.
intermittent fasting. I don't know, man.
That's not what GSP does. Maybe it is. I don't know. It might be. It might be, man.
We gotta call George.
It's working for Fred. I'm telling you, it's working. Whatever you're doing.
Listen,
It's
sometimes
working.
you gotta do what works for you, man.
Yeah.
You know, you have the
I
keto
agree.
diet, you have like all kinds of diets.
Whatever
Sometimes
feels
you have
good.
no choice. You gotta do it.
Whatever keeps you rolling and feels good, I say go for it. As long as no one,
Gets hurt?
thinks it's Well, yeah. Or you don't get hurt too, as long as it's like safe.
Yeah, I mean,
Shout
It's
out
rough,
Lior.
man.
What's up, Lior? What's up,
Lior,
Doug?
what's
What's
up?
up, Angelo? All the members
Angelo.
over at membership.ringsidereport.net and join.ringsidereport.net. Thank you for supporting.
it's almost hockey season, guys. So you can start like with the hockey talk.
Really?
Rock him, sock him, man.
Because I'm a big hockey fan and I'm ready to talk about hockey.
Yeah, I'm sure you are, man.
We've done this.
I'm
I
sure
couldn't
you are,
name-
dude.
I couldn't name any hockey players. Zero. We
Zip
tried.
Coach
I tried
football
to name
starting this-
Montreal Canadiens and I struggled. Cole,
I mean,
I mean,
something?
you know
Saku
Gil
Koivu.
Fur.
Yeah, well, that's
Saku
it. No, I'm
Koivu
saying
still
current.
there?
I know like Patrick Roy and everything. I know about Luc Robitaille, but I don't know about like new players. I know Marc Messier, of course. Mike Richter.
Who
I
doesn't
know
know
about
Mark?
the New
Like
York
Lay's
Rangers
chips.
from the '90s, but I don't know about current hockey players because I used
Mark
to play
Messier,
like
that guy was a champ.
I
He
played
tapped
NHL
Madonna, you know that.
'95. I know about these things. I know who Chris Chelios is. Okay, but I don't
Of
know
course, man. Who doesn't know Chris?
anybody right now. Nobody in the NHL.
How bad do
Well,
you
who
think
do you think
AJ is at NHL hockey?
Oh, like
Like the
video
EA.
games hockey? I bet you he's
Yeah.
terrible. I know AJ
I bet-
can't play
What?
video games. I
Say
I
what?
can
I
tell.
haven't played a hockey game
I'll
in
play it.
probably 10 years, but
Yeah.
I bet I kill AJ.
I haven't
let's
played a
have it,
hockey
man.
game in a like
The
a
challenge
video
is down,
hockey
man. Freddie, start
NHL,
the game, man. I'm
NHL,
ready.
whatever. I haven't played that in a long time either, but I definitely could
How hard
kill
could
AJ
it be?
at it. Huh?
You're playing a video game. Give me the thing, and I'll move the guys.
Nah,
Easy breezy.
you can't play video games. I know you can't do it. Just based on how you did the controller, I know you can't do it. It's like this.
What?
You gotta hold it like this. You're not up. You're holding it up.
Like a Bible.
You gotta
I
hold
like to
it
play
down.
with it.
Nah, see, you're holding it up because you gotta look at which button you're pressing. You're slipping already. If you gotta look at the button, you're screwed. You gotta know where the buttons are with your hands. If you can't do that, you're like 10,000 steps behind.
Listen, man, I used to play like this. Tap, tap with the joystick.
Yeah, you probably sucked at that too.
Pac-Man. Hey, man, I'm a Pac-Man champ, man. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Willis?
I just don't see you
What
being
you
good
talking
at
about,
video
Willis?
games. We should play video games, and I should just, show you. I mean, you couldn't play any of these games.
Who says,
Mario
man? Give me
Kart?
a chance. I'm sure I could do it. Just give me like whatever you got to give me, the joystick or whatever.
Let's do it. We should do it. Go to ringsidereport.net. There's so much great stuff there on our website. So much
There
MMA
is, except for a Rhinoceros
information.
T-shirt.
Stuff about no, we're not doing that. There's stuff about
Come on, man.
You're killing me.
I mean, we should.
You should.
MMA.
Freddie agrees, man.
What? Well, I don't think we're doing T-shirts anymore.
What?
Well, no, we're not doing them. It wasn't. I'll tell you about it later. Don't worry about it.
Jesus, man. Talk about. Why?
I tried to do a promo and you ruined it, AJ. You're killing me.
Sorry, go ahead, dude. Go ahead. On cue.
There's all sorts of MMA info, all sorts of UFC stuff from the shows, information, written articles, videos, all sorts of stuff that you will need for everything mixed martial arts over at our website, ringsidereport.net. Go check it out. It's like very busy. There's a lot going on. Go there.
It's really good.
Go there for MMA.
Very informative.
Go there for wrestling. Look at the wrestling. There's so much wrestling. And there's a lot of talk. And there's a lot on our YouTube channel. And there's just a lot everywhere. We're producing a lot of content. Go check it out. All at ringsidereport.net. Right now.
Yeah. And to be honest, like if you get on the site and you go to today's show tonight or tomorrow, you'll see the full breakdown of everything we talked about, our picks, some highlights of what we say. It's a really informative website. And to be honest, I go on it just to see what we talked about, and it's very well done. There's some great articles. It's really like top of the line, man. It really is.
And there's also a Fight IQ section that we have all sorts of information, history, talking about just, wrestling phrases you might not be familiar with. Great for AJ. What's cutting a promo mean? Inside the gimmick of pro wrestling, the little-known secrets of a split decision in MMA. Just information to up your knowledge, up your Fight IQ over on our website, ringsidereport.net, under the Fight IQ section. So you've got the MMA section.
Wow.
You've got wrestling,
man.
and you also got Fight IQ.
Us.
And then, of course, videos.
Look at those handsome guys.
Videos. Was all,
got
all
bobbleheads at the top.
Cool videos that we have that we do.
There's a lot going on the site, man.
Yeah.
It's quite
Brand
interesting.
new site,
And I'm not saying it because we're on the show, but it's good. There's a lot going on, man. And it's very informative, I'm telling you. Probably one of the most informative MMA websites that I've seen in a long time. And you know me, I go through like a lot of guys. I love watching a lot of shows from Chael Sonnen to Matt Serra. I love watching all of them, man. But
we're the best.
Even BJ Penn has a pretty good site, but I think ours is just, a notch above.
I can't disagree with you.
That's saying a lot.
How could I disagree?
Dave.
Why would I disagree?
That's what she said.
We're the
exactly.
best.
Thank you. Just we're missing the Rhinoceros T-shirt, but other than that, we're good. Or at least a cap.
What do you think, Aljamain Sterling, Brian Ortega this weekend? It's the co-main event, but
tough, man.
It's actually the main event, for real. I think, is it 5 rounds?
So?
It should be. Yeah, it's 5 rounds because everybody knows it's the real main event. But of course, in the main event, it's Johnny Walker versus Zhang Mingyang, and that's the main event because Zhang Mingyang is Chinese and it's in China, so that's the deal there.
And he's pretty good.
Ortega and Aljo is the big fight for most fans on that one. That's a pretty awesome fight at featherweight.
I'm going to go for the underdog. I'm going to try to take a chance on Ortega.
Really?
Yeah, man, I like Ortega, man. He's a good fighter.
Yeah?
There was a lot of hype on it.
He's got some size, Sterling. I think, he's taller. He's got some reach. I think it could be an interesting fight. I'm going to go with Ortega.
You know, Fred, when Ortega came onto the scene in the UFC land, I really thought this guy was going to be at the top of the game, possibly a champ. There was so much his grappling, everything was like impressive. And then he kind of slipped, you know. He's 16-4, 8-4 in the UFC. He hasn't seen a lot of great days, but he's going up against Sterling, man. And Sterling is on a run. This guy enters the UFC with a 24-5 record. He's 16-5 in the UFC. So when you look at the stats, you see what he's done. I mean, and we always kind of we kind of sort of overlook Sterling a lot of times. And the guy always keeps winning, and he wins well. So it's going to be tough. You're right. Ortega could pull it off. I mean, I could see him pulling off some weird submission, but man, this is going to go to the distance. That's the problem. And if it goes to the distance, it's going to go towards Sterling.
Would you believe that Aljamain Sterling is 2 years older than Brian Ortega?
What?
Doesn't seem right.
Yes.
I was surprised.
Why? Who did you think? What did you expect?
I don't know. I thought they'd be the same age, or Ortega.
And how
was
many
older.
years did you say?
Ortega's been in the UFC for a long time.
Yeah,
Aljo's 36. Ortega's 34.
That's what I would expect.
You might be right. I think maybe oh, hold on. I'm getting invaded for 1 second. She just wants a kiss goodnight. All right, come here.
Oh, look how nice that is.
Huh?
Now that's a good daddy. Look at this. Look how cute she is.
Uh-oh. You're going to sleep.
Look how cute that little one is.
Okay, I'm coming in a second.
That's the way you do it, Dave. You don't see that on any other MMA show.
Okay, she's got to go. Go with your mama. She's on the floor.
Wow, that was nice, Dave. Clap for you. That was a beautiful moment.
Thanks.
It was, man.
I think Ortega might pull it off. He's got... No, sorry. I'm switching. I'm going with Aljo.
I was like
I think Aljo wins. I think Aljo wins. I got distracted. But I think Aljo wins because Ortega didn't look great against Diego Lopes there in that last one. I was not super happy with his performance. And Aljo's coming off a loss too to Movsar, but Movsar is undefeated and he's very good. Movsar might be a real problem in the division. I just feel like Aljo has more left in the tank. What are the odds on that one? Aljo minus 300 the favorite. Ortega plus 225 the dog. I'm kind of surprised Ortega's such a big underdog, but I think
I
Aljo
like the
wins.
odd. Plus 225, I'm taking a chance. Ortega.
Okay.
And I'm going to parlay it with Sergey Pavlovich.
Ooh, taking on
With
Waldo,
Sergey,
Geraldo,
wow.
Faldo, Acosta, Cortez.
What? I'm so surprised. Okay. All right.
Hang on. You
Very
guys take over
interesting.
for a second. I'll be right back.
So,
How come you're going with that pick, Freddie?
What do you mean? Which one?
Over Waldo, man. He's 14-1, man. He's been pretty impressive.
I think
Sergey was the big talk.
Hi.
Hey, cutie, how are you? I hear you.
We
Should
don't
you be
see
in
her.
bed?
We just hear her.
Or are you sure that's not Dave that he ate something that he shouldn't have?
But yeah, no, I think Pavlovich is a better fighter than Acosta, man. I kind of like Acosta, but I feel Pavlovich is a better fighter.
Yeah, but if you look at the record, man, at 14-1, 8-1 in the UFC, man, the guy is just a beast. But yeah, he's the heavy favorite, Pavlovich. But
Yeah, Acosta has put some wins together, but yeah, I'm with Fred. I think Pavlovich is just a tank of
How do
a
you say his
dude. I
name?
think
Pavlovich?
He's so big, strong,
Yeah.
Pavlovich,
and the losses he's taken are to Aspinall, which okay, and then to Volkov by decision right after the knockout loss to Aspinall, which whatever. But then he beat Jairzinho pretty good. I like Pavlovich in that one. I'm going with Pavlovich. AJ, you're going with Waldo, Geraldo, Faldo, Costa, Cortez?
yeah, man, it's tough because you have a 19-3 record with Sergey, very impressive at times. And Waldo's coming in, man, 14-1. He's a real threat. He's got like all the stats are for him. His striking defense, his takedown accuracy. I mean, this fight is not going to go to distance. This is going to end like very quickly. First, second round, it's going to be over. It's going to be by some kind of stoppage or a knockout and whatnot. But this guy Waldo, man, like I've seen him fight, and I've seen Sergey fight. A lot of hype on him when he first came out, but then I was like, he's questionable when he gets hit. So I'm going with Waldo on this. I'm going to go with Sterling. I think Sterling is there for a reason. I like Brian Ortega. When he came on the scene, I had a lot of hype on him, but Aljamain, man, 24-5. He's fast. If he gets to the ground, his grappling is just as good, and that's what like bothers me with Ortega. Ortega, like to beat this guy would have to be by submission, and it's not going to happen against Sterling. And then for me to go against my buddy Johnny Walker, but ever since he did that stupid superworm, his whole career went down the tubes. And this is his problem. He's headlining this fight. But if he doesn't win, dude, Johnny Walker is probably going to be, a thing of history. And it's sad. A lot of hype, but he hasn't performed. And he's going up against this guy, Zhang Mingyang. This guy is, like, very impressive. 19-6, and he's coming in with, what is it right now?
Beat Anthony Smith. But Anthony Smith was on.
What's that?
Anthony Smith was on retirement mode, so I don't know how much I put into that. I'm gonna pick Johnny Walker on that fight, but he's not on my parlay.
You got
I'm going with Johnny Walker
too.
I think Johnny Walker wins, AJ. I think you're getting off the train a little bit too early. I think
man.
This guy, Zhang Mingyang, is in over his head, and he's going to find out Saturday morning.
He's 4-0 in the UFC, bro.
So, against who?
Johnny Walker,
against who?
Yeah,
he's fought nobody.
Against UFC fighters.
Johnny Walker is coming off losses to like Volkan Ozdemir, Magomed Ankalaev. Like, he's fighting the who's who of the division and coming up short. But he's also beat Anthony Smith, Paul Craig, Ryan Spann. He's beat some good guys. I think he's going to come through and get this win. He needs it. He needs to win. He's 33. It's make or break. I think he's going to make it. I like Johnny Walker in the main event. Plus 255, the underdog. I'm going with him.
21-9, and he's 8-6 in the UFC. That's the problem, man.
Yeah, well, he's
it's
lost
be a tough
some fights, but I think this one he wins.
China, man, there's a reason why he's in China and headlining it, this guy Zhang. They expect him to win. I think he will win. He's going to win in front of his crowd. He's going to have the hype behind him. He's going to have that whole time zone, everything that you need to be fighting in China. Remember, Johnny's got to go from Brazil to China, and generally, Johnny, every time he travels, he's always a little bit like he's off kilter, and this is the problem. He's going to China. Long distance flight, there's a reason why he's headlining this, Zhang. And I think he's going to come out with the win. And it's a shame because Johnny was like my guy that I thought would be like a legendary fighter. But, he's a better dancer than a fighter right now. And that's the problem.
All right. Let's go to parlays for this. I'm going to give you a 3-fight parlay real quick. I'm going with Sergey Pavlovich minus 260 over Waldo Geraldo. I'm going with Aljo minus 300 over Brian Ortega. And I'm going with Michel Pereira taking on Kyle Dacus on short notice. I'm going with Pereira minus 280.
That's a good one.
And that'll give you 24.50 over at bet99.com. And don't forget, Team Dave
Michel
parlay
Pereira
won last week. My parlay that I gave you of, I don't remember, 3 guys, they all won. UFC 319, right? Who did I give you? Pretes. Hold on. I'll tell you in a second. My parlay last week was a winner.
Just go to the website, bud.
I can't go to the website now. Can't do it. I'll just look at the card.
You can do it, man.
Just look at UFC 319. My parlay was Khamzat, Pretes, and MVP. They all won.
MVP.
So my parlay this week is Sergey, Aljo, and Michel Pereira. 20 gets you 50. That's how you
like
win.
the Pereira.
Yeah, Pereira's a good one. Anybody, Fred? We want to do one? You have one?
I gave you one. I had Pavlovich and Ortega, but I'm gonna add Johnny Walker in and make it even.
Ooh, spicy. Pavlovich, Ortega, Johnny Walker. That's 2 big underdogs on a 3-fight parlay for Fred. 20 gets you $319. Jeez. It's a big money. Sergey, Ortega, Walker. Damn. AJ?
I like that kid Loner Kavanaugh, like in the prelim, but I'm not gonna go with him. 9-0. Loner Kavanaugh. I've seen this guy before. Like, he's young. He's 26 years old. You know, he's on the prelim. If you wanted to take a shot just on a single bet, like, put it on Loner. Very interesting kid. But I'm gonna go with Zhang for the win here. I think in the home crowd he's gonna pull it off. Sterling, and I'm gonna go with Waldo. And I'm only going with 3 picks here tonight.
It's not bad.
I'm keeping it simple.
Interesting parlay for Big AJ. And there it is for you. It is Zhang Mingyang, minus 350. Aljo Sterling, minus 300. And Waldo Costa Ortez Geraldo, plus 195. 20 gives you 101. Pretty good big money.
I like
big
that.
Money.
Bill
Big payouts
101.
for you guys. My
We're in
payout is
Quebec.
small. Your payouts are massive. You guys are.
And it's only 3 fights, bud.
Yeah. Both of you guys have 3-fight parlays that cash in huge.
How much does Freddie pay again? I missed that one.
It was like $200 or something. Hold on.
Was it?
It was a lot.
Okay, so that's marked down.
It was $319.50. I'll send you all the things in the group chat. AJ.
Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, send it to me. We'll get the Marky Mark to get it done.
Yeah. So I'll be back tomorrow, guys.
You're a busy guy, dude.
Yeah, I know. There's a AEW pay-per-view this weekend. We're going to preview that. They're doing so many big events all the time. It's constant. So we'll preview the AEW Forbidden Door tomorrow night with Johnny. And we'll talk about all the other things going on in the wacky
Forbidden
world
Door
of professional wrestling. Yes, the door is forbidden, AJ. Yet they opened the forbidden door. Oh, the Yankees took the lead. I missed that.
Did they?
What happened?
There you go, Johnny.
What happened, boys? What happened? We took the lead. Let me go to my Talking Yanks so I can see what exactly happened. These guys keep me up to date. They're the best. Yanks take the lead with Jazzy Chiz with
He dug you, man.
Jazzy Chiz with a bloop. Oh, they should have caught that ball, and they didn't. And then the Yankees scored. Nice. Some sloppy defense from the Red Sox this time helps the Yankees 3-2 now in the sixth inning. And of course, the Red Sox have a man on. Because why wouldn't they?
Who the heck is that, man?
What?
Doug said, the Costco boys. Who's that?
The Costco boys. You know, they bring the boom. AJ and his father,
Say what?
they're eating chocolate chip cookies. Chocolate chunk chip cookies. Are they on that?
Is it a commercial?
No, they're guys on TikTok or something. I don't know. They wrestle for AEW sometimes. Are they on the Forbidden Door?
Nice.
They should close the door on the Costco guys. Close that Forbidden Door. Lock them out. Are they on the Forbidden Door? They usually put them on the prelims. They are not, thankfully. They're not booked. 9 matches, though, Johnny. God damn, another marathon from AEW. 9 matches on a Sunday afternoon. You wish, Johnny. You wish. Another error. Suck it, Johnny. It's okay. Doval's on the mound. He's just going to give up many hits. He's just going to give up home runs now. Doval is not good under pressure. He has not been a great trade deadline acquisition, let me tell you. What happened?
You have a great restaurant in Montreal called Chez Doval.
Bach? Yeah, Bach. That's good, Doval. Way to balk. Let the
What?
runner.
He balked?
Yeah, he balked.
Wow.
So they had a runner on first. Now the runner goes to second, and with 1 out, that really sucks because, with 1 out, runner on first, you could double up, double play, and then get out of the inning. But now you don't have the force anymore at second, and you have a runner in scoring position with 1 out, which is not ideal. So it's a pretty bad time to balk.
Johnny comes back with a left.
Wow. Fucking shut up, Johnny. You suck. All right.
Johnny's on fire, man.
I'll be back tomorrow.
It'll be a spicy show tomorrow.
Nah. Well, the game will be over by the time me and Johnny get on. So, depending on what happens, we'll see.
Tune in. Tune in tomorrow night, guys.
Yeah, we'll talk wrestling mostly. A little baseball probably, but mostly wrestling. Force is back. He just walked a guy. Doval's about to blow this game for us. Hey, Boone, get him the fuck off the mound. He sucks. How about that? What are we doing? All right. I'm going to go watch the Yankees lose this game because they're for sure about to lose. They're going to give up like 3 runs here. Who's hitting? Who's this guy? Oh, Roman Anthony. He's their young hotshot. He's about to hit a 3-run homer off Doval. Oof, yeah, or he's going to walk because Doval can't actually throw in the strike zone. It's good. We're doing well. All right, that's enough. I'll be back tomorrow with Johnny to talk about how the Red Sox are jerks because they keep beating the Yankees. Probably. I'm guessing. All right. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you to Doug. You're the Super Chat leader of the night. And thanks to all the members, Angelo, Doug, Leor, and everybody else supporting the Ringside Report Network. We appreciate you. Hope you enjoyed the show. And we'll see you again tomorrow night right here.
Thanks for sticking with us to the end. We would really appreciate it if you could help us spread the word. Please share this episode on whichever social media platform you use. Add a comment below and consider reviewing us on Apple Podcasts. We are an audience-supported network, so consider becoming a recurring supporter at membership.ringsidereport.net. Check out our website at ringsidereport.net. Hope to see you again next time and have a good night.
Guy.